All right, my beloveds, how are you today? Oh man, do not disturb. Okay. All right. It is Monday. I'm so happy to be here with you all. It has been um a very tiring past few days, specifically since about Friday. It's been very tiring. You all know I was just in Chicago helping my mom. Got back to California last night. And the jet lag is it's doing its thing. And I have terrorized my insides these past few days. I know my guts are tired of me right now. My guts are tired of me. But anyway, let me say hi to everyone. Let me make this bigger and let me say hi to everyone. I need people to be able to read. Okay. Yes. Sleepy B, hey girl, how are you? CN1, hey girl. Hey growing process, how you doing? Sexy RN, hey girl, how you doing? Yes. Please come on in. I told y'all I was gonna be back today, and I kept that. I kept my word. I kept my word. We are here. I'm tired. I'm not gonna front. I'm tired. Um, yeah, I'm tired. So, like I said, the past few days, travel is always something. And I have my travel schedule, oh, excuse me, for the next month or so is wild. Um, yeah. Um, Going to San Diego next week. And then after San Diego, later on in May, I'm going to Orlando. And then from Orlando, I'm going to New York. And in New York, back here to California. And then I have a vacation, an actual vacation scheduled in June, the week of Juneteenth. We are going on vacation. We don't know where we're going yet. Could be Hawaii, could be Europe, it could be Asia. We don't know where we're going yet, but we are going on vacation the week of Juneteenth. And then after that, I will be in Vegas in July. But I actually have um these plane tickets are already bought. So just pray for me. Pray for me. But yes. So got mom together. Mama Hoodoo. We got her together. We packed and we organized and we got her movers and we got her a bigger um storage unit. And the movers came by this morning to take her some of her stuff to storage. And then the movers will be by on Wednesday to fully move her into her new place. Which is a blessing in disguise because let me tell you all something. Let me tell you all how spirit showed up for me and for my mom. Let me tell you how spirit showed up for me and my mom. My mom is going to be moving into a place. She doesn't have to pay rent. She doesn't have to pay rent. Her and my stepdad, they don't have to pay rent. So, yeah, going from a paying rent situation to a not paying rent situation. So their money will be theirs to save. Um, and then maybe in a year or two they'll get a house. But for right now, they're moving into a situation where they don't have to pay rent. And sometimes when situations look like they're sketchy or don't know what's going on, this really turned out to be the best option. So she's moving and she don't have to pay rent. And we paid for her movers. So, you know, you know, I I slid my mom $1,000 and said, "Here, mom, here's $1,000. I know you've been stressing. I know all like this. Here's some money. And when I tell you, my mom broke down and cried and hugged me and broke down and cried. I knew we made the right decision to go to Chicago and help her out. Um, because there's only so much she can do. Her hand was broken. And listen, my stepdad, he works, he has his own business or whatever like that. But, he was working his business and then he was going to where they're moving to and doing housework over there. And then she was just left by not left by herself, but most of the packing and that admin stuff had fell on my mom because my stepdad was going to work his business. And then after he got off of work there, he went over to where they're moving to do the updates, painting, install tile and carpet and like all that stuff. So, my mom was really stressed and overwhelmed, which was stressing me out. So thank goodness Mr. Hoodoo is not a piece of shit. He was just like, well, let's just go and let's just help your mom. So we went, got them situated, packed up, and like I said, slid my mom some money. And like I said, she cried. And, you know, um, so my conscience is clear. Um, my conscience is clear. So yeah, it turned out to be the best thing, but she is taken care of now. So, yeah, so it is. It is. It's a blessing. It's good for her. And like she had just had a car accident. She had a car accident the week I was in Long Beach down in LA. She was in a car accident. Someone hit her. They were going the wrong way and someone hit her car like head on. The person didn't have any insurance, and it's just like it was just one thing after another. Her hand, and then this car accident, and it was just so overwhelming for her. So, she's good now. She's in a better. She's things are being taken care of. I just talked to her maybe about 30 minutes ago, so she's doing good. She's doing better now. So yeah, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. I was on oldest daughter duty. If you are an oldest daughter, you know exactly what that means. You are the one who is doing things. um, I should not have had to fly to Chicago from California to get my mother together. Um, when there is family that is closer to her that live in the same place that she does. And that has irritated my spirit so much. But I'm not going to be messy. I'm not going to be messy. I'm not going to throw those people under the bus. But I will say I should not have had to spend money on plane tickets and hotel and rental car, as well as doing this work for my mom and giving her money when there was family um, nearby that could have helped her. But we did because we aren't pieces of shit. So yeah. Growing process says you're an amazing daughter, Q. I wouldn't say that, but I thank you for the kind words. I thank you for the kind words because yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. So now I'm jet lagged. I should be fine by Wednesday, but now I'm jet lagged. So, but she's taken care of and she's better. So she's taken care of and she's better. So, um, yeah. Empress, hey girl, she said I was messy this weekend with my family. Listen, all I'm gonna say is, um, spirit remembers. That's all I'm gonna say is spirit remembers. And when situations arise for people and they find themselves in a jam, spirit remembers. Spirit is going to remember. Um, Spirit is going to remember. I'm not wishing bad on these family members. I'm not. But all I'm gonna say is Spirit remembers because I should not have had to fly across country um when there were other people around. We should not have had to do that, but we did. So Spirit remembers, the North remembers, and it's just going to be what it's going to be. And the eldest daughter's job is never done. Never. Never. Never done. Never. Never. So, it is what it is. Right. The North remembers, right. Then spirit will remember. Spirit will remember. Um, that's all I can say. That's all I can say. But anywho, how have you all been? How have you all been? Y'all good? Y'all good? I hope y'all good. I'm okay. Listen, I tore my guts up the past few days. When you reach a certain age, you really ain't supposed to be eating like that anymore. Well, baby, let me tell you, I had Harold's chicken 3 times while in Chicago. I had gyro. We had Polish. I had my spicy chips. I tore my guts up this weekend. Not a vegetable or a piece of fruit in sight this weekend. I did drink water, but not a vegetable, not a piece of fruit in sight this weekend. I had so much goodness. Okay, so much goodness. I got the Obama teas when I went to Harold's. Harold's is selling I don't I saw a sign. It was put on by like Chance the Rapper was advertising this tea, but it's really good. It's like this can of tea, and it's this can of tea, and it was like made with honey and like mango and peach and stuff. It's really good. We bought a couple of cans of that. I didn't even get around to eating everything that I wanted to eat while I was there because we literally were packing and moving and going to Walmart, getting boxes, getting tape, and sweeping. And okay, mom, you just got to throw it away. You gonna keep it or you're gonna get rid of it. Okay, we were throwing a lot of things away. You know how I go when you move. I packed up that kitchen on Saturday. I said, Mom, y'all are moving. Okay, y'all about to go get the rotisserie chicken from Sam's Club and eat because you can't have all this stuff out. I packed up everything. They had to go get some salt and pepper from a neighbor because I packed up the salt and pepper. I packed up, listen, when the movers come, we need to be ready. So, but yeah, I tore my guts up this weekend. I've been paying for it all day today, but that's okay because I'm here at home and I can do that. But I tore my guts up all weekend. The last of the guts being tore up. I ate the last of my Harold's chicken about an hour ago, about an hour and a half ago. I ate the last of my Harold's chicken. Had some spicy chips last night. I mean, little things. But we're gonna have vegetables and fruit and water this week. Okay, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be this week. It just wasn't this past weekend. Okay, I ate everything. I ate everything. Sleepy B says that's the truth. Family be weird as hell. My sister called me a wicked bitch this weekend. Thinks I'm throwing away her mail. Okay, ma'am. Right. Hey, Kevin. Kevin said, "Oh my God, Q, that's too much." Listen. I did listen. I knew what it was gonna be when I went to Chicago. I knew exactly what it was going to be. It was not going to be that wasn't what it was gonna be. It wasn't going to be like I hadn't been to Chicago since July of last year. I hadn't been home in a while. So, I was just like, we know why we're here. I was gonna get pizza to bring home, but I was like, you know what? We're maybe going back to Chicago in June. So whenever we go back home for like a full week to relax, then I'll get my pizza. But I was like, I'm not about to get this pizza. I'm not about to get this popcorn. So like I said, not a vegetable or a fruit in sight. No, no, no. I take that back. I did not eat all of my salad last night. Um, because we were served a meal on the flight last night. So I did have food on the flight last night, but I didn't eat the lettuce leaves because they looked a little off, but I did eat the cucumbers. The cucumbers were so I did have like two cucumber slices yesterday. Um, but we're gonna be good this week. We're gonna be good this week. Broccoli, um, Brussels sprouts. Got some oranges outside from the tree, some loquats outside from the tree. So we're gonna get back into the rhythm today. I did work out today. I did. Um, you know, eh, but I had to. I was in Chicago. I took pictures of the food. It did what it needed to do. It did what it needed to do. I had amazing gyro, absolutely amazing, um, absolutely amazing. So it is what it is. I didn't really gain any weight, so that's a good part. But yeah, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, Grunt Process said, I went to the hospital and braided up my friend's hair who's an amputee now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. The funny thing is that his family said, why didn't he say anything? But he's the you don't yeah. Listen, people do things that they want to do. All of us do things that we want to do. We find ways and money and time to do things that we want to do. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Sexy RN said, I had a cousin throw away my college acceptance letters years ago, and she had the audacity to admit it to me. Jesus. That's, yeah. Oh, your Christian cousin? Listen, yeah, yeah. Um, it is what it is. It is what it is. So y'all understand that sometimes you have family members that are substandard. And that's what I say. Sometimes the things that people experience and go through, they bring it on themselves, especially when energy is not reciprocated, where you out here being wicked, for most people, it's gonna come back to them. Yeah, for most people, it will come back to them, and I already know it's gonna come back to this person. And it's just gonna be it's just gonna it is what it is. It is what it is. So anyway, so there has been a lot going on. There has been a lot going on. Um, we were working so hard that um we were working so hard that we didn't even see what was going on in the world until we got back to our hotel room. Right? So we would get back to our hotel room. It's 10:30 at night. We didn't even see what the hell was going on in the world until we got back into our hotel room. A lot going on. We had a little false flag event happen. Okay. Just a little bit of a false flag event. Uh-huh. Little false flag event. Uh-huh, happened. What else had happened? They coming for Clay, whoever Clay is. Clay, Megan Thee Stallion. Uh-huh. But I'm really interested in this false flag event. I'm really interested in the false flag event. That happened. And when I saw that, I said to myself, Self, mm-hmm. We see this foolishness that's going on. Mm-hmm. And Self, I can't wait until all of the information comes out. Okay. I can't wait till all the information comes out. Because everyone can see that I think we can all see this false flag event. Mm-hmm. I think we can all see it for what it is. Uh-huh. And yeah, but it's been a lot going on. So, yeah, super a lot going on. And we just gonna, we just pay attention. Mm-hmm. Sexy RN says, I love to see family and friends come and help their people in hospitals. Yes. My mom, Mama Hoodoo, Mama Hoodoo had a knee replacement. She had her knee replaced in 2015, and Q was living in Atlanta. And yes, Q flew home to see about Mama and her knee replacement. And when I went to the hospital, what did I do? I brought the comb, the brush. You know what you got to do? Make sure I combed her hair and brushed her hair and moisturize it. Black ladies, we got to do it. So I made sure, I hooked up, stayed there, in the hospital with her until, until it was time for visitors to be put out. But yeah, I flew home to see Mama. Home to see Mama. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Sleepy B said, I saw that on the news. The scurrying. Listen, you wanted to laugh, but you kept it to myself. I said, when I saw that, I said, oh my goodness. Really? 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 I said, okay, self. I said, self, we all see what's happening, don't we? We see what's happening. We see what's happening out here. Hmm. We we see what's happening out here. Did y'all see? Yeah, we see what's happening. Hmm. Listen, all I'm gonna say is the astrologers that are employed for the people in that White House, they definitely have some astrologers there. Because of course, I looked at the charts real quick. I took a quick look. I took a quick look. I took a quick look. Uh-huh. Um, they have some astrologers in that White House. Here's the thing. The way that his people are throwing him away, because they don't when I see I'm nosy over on Twitter, and then people over on Twitter know that was a crock of shit too. Okay. The people over on Twitter who were once his allies, the MAGA, they're actually tired of his shit too. So, he's the ones that I see on Twitter. I'm not talking about the bots. I'm talking about people. Yeah, they tired of his shit too. hmm Sleepy B says, my mama's birthday was on the 14th. I couldn't get her nothing on the day. My boo gave me some money and I shot her a little hundred. It wasn't much, but I know she appreciated it. Yeah, absolutely. 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 hmm Yeah, I got my mom a purse for her birthday in February. Mama Hoodoo is a February Pisces, and I'm a March Pisces. So I got Mama Hoodoo this purse. Y'all know I got her the fish purse. Who remembers from 2 years ago the fish purse? Put a one in the chat if you remember the fish purse from 2 years ago. I got her the fish purse. I got her the fish purse for her birthday. She said she was so happy. I think she gave him a name. I think she named the purse. Okay, you said you remember. You remember? Yeah, I got her the fish purse for her birthday. She liked that little funny thing. But then she got a purse that's shaped like a dog. I'm just like, no one did that but my grandmother. But she liked them weird uh animal shaped purses. So yeah, I got her the fish purse because she was like, oh, Pisces. And I was like, no, I'm not walking around with a fish purse. I got her the fish purse for her birthday. So she was real happy about that. Oh, you remember the fish purse? Sleepy B remembers the fish purse. Yeah, I got her the fish purse. Yeah, yeah. That mother of mine. But anywho, yeah. The false flagging is flagging. The false flagging. Baby, that flag is gone. That flag is gone. Um, no one believes these people. Like we don't believe you need more people. Mm-hmm. I saw the manifesto. I haven't read it yet, but I saw the manifesto and then all the other stuff that's coming out about it. Baby, this is a whole, this is a, and I'm going to say this as delicately as possible. This is a 9/11 moment. I said what I said. It's a 9/11 moment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. So, anywho, listen. I'm gonna say this: the stocks are doing something, and I'm not gonna lie. I have some stocks that are doing very well, and we can't wait to. We look forward to cashing out some of our stocks in a couple months. We look forward to that because the stocks that we've invested in risen have risen a lot. Uh-huh. Let's just say, for example, we got the stock at $15 and now the stock is almost $300. So if you're going from like $15 to the stock is almost $300, yeah, we can't wait to remove that and put that into our bank account, right? Um, you know, so all I'm gonna say is I know that there's insider trading going on by people. We know that. But yeah, for those who were able to benefit from all of this market manipulation, kudos to you. But yeah, Kevin says, "Are we still going to believe that false flag after the whole thing with the?" I don't know. I don't believe anything. I was just like, but here's the thing, Kevin. And Kevin asked a great question. Here's the thing. This is why I say they have astrologers because when it came to, do I have to pull that chart up again? I think I'll pull the chart up again. When it came to the Butler, Pennsylvania, when it came to that event in 2024, when it came to that event, astrologically, he was in danger. This is why I say they have. This is why I say they have astrologers. Now, I'm not saying they're the best astrologers, but let me show you all. Meanwhile, I got a couple more people's charts I got to look into. I got Cash Cash allegedly drunk Patel's chart I got to do. Mhm. Yeah, I got Cash allegedly drunk Patel's chart I got to do. And now that we're seeing things pick up with different things in this administration, I will be doing JD Vance's chart as well because that man then changed his name more than you change draws. So yeah, let me pull up this chart. Let me pull up this chart. Cuz it's very interesting seeing or reading that per this event this weekend, Vance was escorted out first. Vance was escorted out first. So, yeah. Let me see where's that 2024 assassination attempt event. Let me see, where is it? Do I still have the chart? So give me 1 second. Let me pull these charts up. Mm-hmm. Let me pull up the chart. No, that's not that one. I'm looking for it. Okay, those were eclipses. I have at least like 300 charts in here, so forgive me, I'm going through the charts, but I'm going to pull it up. Okay. There it is. I found it. Okay. Let me bring this in. So because we gotta look. We gotta look. We gotta look. We gotta look. Let's go here. Okay. We gotta look. All right, y'all. So, let me remove Kevin off the stage for a moment. Okay, y'all. So let me make myself smaller so this can come over some more. Okay. So this is Donald Trump's chart. Um, this is Donald Trump's natal chart. So as you can see, let me remove that. So this is Donald Trump's natal chart. He and I have our houses are the same. I have my natal chart rectified. So I am a Leo rising, same as Donald Trump. And matter of fact, my ascendant is at 29 degrees of Leo. No, my ascendant is 28 degrees of Leo. Donald Trump's ascendant is 29 degrees of Leo. So we both have the royal star Regulus conjunct our ascendant, right? Okay. So this is Donald Trump's natal chart, right? This is the natal chart. Part of the reason why he is so protected is this Regulus here. And I'm gonna get into like the esoterics of like Trump because I've been seeing a lot of things come up. I've been seeing some conversations, I've been taking part in some conversations, and I do want to kind of talk to you all about that. But yeah, so he if you understand his chart and looking at the things that he's doing in his presidency, especially this term, how things line up with him and these different places around the world, you will understand why things are going on, right? But I will save that for another stream. Okay, so this is his chart, right? This is the chart. Let me pull open the transit chart of that day. So we're gonna go. When was that? Was it July 13th or July 14th? Let me pull up the actual date and time for this. So Butler, Pennsylvania, assassination attempt. Oh Lord. July 13th rally. Shooting in okay, so July 13th. Was it July 13th or July 14th? When was it July 13th or July 14th? Last year. What? Okay, FBI.gov says July 13th, Butler. Okay, so let me pull this up. July 13th, let me add this. Select as chart 2. Okay, select as chart 2. But then let me go one day. Let me do a day behind. So let me do one day. Okay. So this is why I was saying that astrologically, there was danger. Okay, Sexy RN says, according to him, that happens to him more than gang. Listen. It happens to him more than gang members. Okay. Kevin says, not to mention, how could anyone get into the Hey, Mons. No. Hey, how you doing, PYT? Hey, girl, how you doing? Okay. So, anywho, let's look at this chart. Let's get into the chart. Okay. So, around the time of this event, right? Around the time of this event, Butler. So, the event for the Butler, Pennsylvania assassination attempt, air quotes, is this outer ring, this outer green ring. So here we have Donald Trump's 10th house. Donald Trump's 10th house. He has his midheaven, that's the MC, here in this 10th house. Okay. We have, remember I told you that Mars Uranus transit Mars Uranus transit can be dangerous, right? We have that transit that's going to be happening for the chart of the United States later on this year, next year, and I think 2028. Um, but yeah, so Mars Uranus. Mars is the fighting, the violence, um, cutting, danger, being wounded, bloodshed. You have Uranus, which is things that are sudden, that are shocking, that come out of nowhere, things that shake things up, events that are like lightning, right? They just, it's haphazardous, it comes out of nowhere. So Mars was applying to Uranus, okay, in the sign of Taurus. In the sign of Taurus, on this day of the event, is sitting on top of his midheaven. Not only that, not only that, we have a square going on. So this Mars was square his first house. The first house is the house of self. Things or transits that occur in the first house, these are things that a lot of times will happen to you physically, the person. Okay. So not only was this explosive, dangerous, has the potential to be dangerous, astrological transit sitting on top of his midheaven, okay, very public facing house, because remember 1 through 6 is subterranean, 7 through 12 is public facing, right? So we had this transit sitting on top of his midheaven, and it was square, okay? We count 1, 2, 3. Each slice is 30 degrees. 3 times 30. Okay, so we know this is 90, so this is a square. Squaring, we had this transit squaring this for his first house. He was in physical danger. Okay, so there was a potential like physical danger, right? Physical danger. Physical danger. And then this being opposite is IC too. So bringing stress to his IC. This is a subterranean. This is below ground. This is, so it was physical danger. Also, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. So let me show you all something else. You all can't see that. Okay, so I'm going to show you all something else, and let me, because I have to show you all some things. I have to show you all some things. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so let me do this. Where was that at? Pennsylvania. So let me do this. Let me do because I have to pull it up with another chart. So I have to update my software. But let me show you all something else as well, because I want you all to see why this was like, oh my God. Like, let me see. Let me see. What is his birthday? His birthday is, because I have to put it into AstroSeek. I need to update my software, so I can't pull it up yet. On mine. But Okay, June 14th, 1946. Okay, let me do that. Because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Give me 1 second. June 14th, 1946. What time was he born? Let me check. 10:54 a.m. Because I'm about to put this in. 10:54. Okay. So we can see that. Now let me go to let me zoom in so I can show you all. Map 100%. Let's go to 300. Okay. So let me do that, and then let me do a relocation chart. Relocation city. Yeah, let me put this in. Let me put this in so you all can see. I promise I'm making a point. These things are not that quick. Not that quick. Okay. 4. So I want you all to look at this. I want you all to look at this. I want you all to look at this. Hold on 1 second. Okay, come on now. I'm trying to pull it over. I'm trying to pull it over for y'all. Okay, so dang it. It's not coming up. Okay, let me try again. Let me try again. Let me try again. Let me try again because it's not coming up. Okay, let me try this. Okay, so let me bring this in so you all can see. Let me remove this one. I promise I'm making a point here. Stop this screen. Okay, share screen. I need this window. I need this one. Okay. Hopefully it will come up. Okay. So what we're looking at is this is what we're looking at is Donald Trump's. If the planets, when, if your natal chart was put on a globe, this is what it would look like. Okay. This is what it would look like. So we can look here and we can see, okay, let's start here. So this is Mars, right? This is Mars right here. This is the Mars line. Okay, and we have this curve because what? Curve of the Earth, right? You see where that is right there? This is Pennsylvania. Can you all see? Okay. So this is Pennsylvania. This Mars line runs right um through Pennsylvania. Okay. So astrologically, with Mars line, danger, okay, being hurt, possibly being killed, war, fighting, that Mars line is running through Pennsylvania. Okay. Running through Pennsylvania. Okay. Okay. Running through Pennsylvania. So that's there. That's there. Okay. That's there. Um, that's there. So again, he astrologically, there was a potential, and I want you all to see Algol is here. Okay. This is fixed star Algol, and this one made it even more. That's what I'm saying. Like, they have astrologers. Algol is known as so when you have fixed stars in astrology, fixed stars can really, really influence a person's chart depending on how close those stars are to the planets in your chart. Okay, so we're not looking at something that has a 20-degree orb, right? But look at it. Algol, okay, so Algol is quote unquote the demon star. The demon star, it's linked with beheadings, it's linked to like Medusa, beheadings, it's linked to a lot of quote unquote nasty negative energy. So when you have Algol, the demon star, the star of beheading, the fixed star of some shit might go down. Look at that. Algol, okay, because we're looking at Algol here. Algol here intersects where? Right here in Pennsylvania, where Trump's Mars line intersects. So astrologically, there was a potential for danger. Astrologically, okay, astrologically, there was a potential for danger. This is why I say they are using spiritual workers and astrologers, okay, because astrologically, the danger was there. The potential for danger was there astrologically, especially with Algol, the beheading star. Where is your ear? Your ear is where? On your head. Your ear is not on your elbow. Your ear is not on your kneecap. Your ear is not in between your thighs. Your ear is on your head. So with the Mars line going through Pennsylvania, okay, with the Mars line going through Pennsylvania with Trump has Mars natally on his ascendant. Trump's Mars line natally runs through Pennsylvania. On that day, Uranus and Mars transit was square. His Mars in his first house, astrologically, he was in danger. Astrologically, there was, if there was a client like looking at, if he was a client and he's looking, okay, and he's looking at, um you're looking, right? You're looking at this, you will be like, you may want to stay home, or you may want to, uh, now let me show you all something. You all see where this is on the map, right? You all see where this is on the map. Let me make myself smaller to try to make this bigger. Y'all see where this red line is on this map, right? Let's go to this page right here. Let me open up the surprise. Okay, let me stop sharing that. So y'all saw where it was on the map, right? Let me share this one. So you saw where Butler was on the astrocartography map. Look at where Butler, Pennsylvania is. There it is right there. Butler, Pennsylvania is right here. That Mars line was running right through that. Trump's Mars line, his astrocartography Mars line, was running right through Butler. Running right through Butler or near it. This is why I said they have spiritual workers and astrologers at that White House. Whether he knows it or not, there are people who do this type of work and they are there in the background. Okay. Same thing with the what? January 3rd, going into Venezuela to take President Maduro, when 30 something years before, under a Saturn Neptune conjunction, Bush, was it Bush? Yeah, Bush. They went into Panama and did the thing to Noriega. It was the exact same day, January 3rd, 35, 36 years apart. Both of those things happening to those foreign presidents under the same Saturn, not the same, but under a Saturn-Neptune conjunction. They have astrologers in that White House, at least one. Whether Trump knows it or not. Then people around him, they know. Okay, they know. Hey, Alvin, how you doing? So they know. They know. So don't let these people play. I keep saying it. Don't let these people play in your face, because, So with that being said, let me do this. So let me do this. Here, remove this. So let's look at this. Let me edit this. So let me do this. Let's look at, because we're going to look at this real quick, because I want you all to understand that and then let's go one. That was sometime on Saturday. Let me say it was around 8:30. Okay, so let me move the chart. We're gonna look at this chart. It was around 8:30, 8:30-ish, right? Someone tell me in the chat. It's around 8:30, right? Let's call it 8:30 for shits and giggles. Let's call it 8:30. Okay. Let's call it 8:30. So let me remove this and let me bring the chart back in. Let me bring the chart back in, because like I said, I need for y'all to know and understand. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So, all right. So we have Trump, and I'm gonna remove the comments real quick so we can see the whole chart. Okay. So we have, so the inner ring is Donald Trump's chart. The outer ring is the transits. So let's see. Once again, what is happening. Okay, so once again, they are using the power of what? Uranus. Do y'all see that? Okay. Do y'all see that? So Uranus, right? Because Uranus stays in the sign for about 7, 8 years, right? Y'all see this? So Uranus again on top of his midheaven. So bringing something that's shocking, sudden, coming out of the blue, you don't know where it came from, bringing that type of event energy to his midheaven. Okay. And Uranus is at the critical 29 degrees, the anaretic degree in astrological degree theory. It's the degree where, weird shit may happen at this degree. So we have Uranus again sitting on top of this man's midheaven. That's what? 1, 2, 3, square, 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 his natal Mars. This is explosive, powerful energy. So they're bringing that into this. Now, also look, the moon at 29 degrees. Moon 29 degrees in Leo. So being that this is a mundane chart, okay, mundane charts are charts of events that happen in history. Plane crash, birth of a nation, assassination attempt, a new company was started. These are mundane astrology, world events, local and world events, right? So being that this was assassination attempt, right? The moon is the body. The moon is the body. So in a natal chart, the representing like your body would be the moon. In a mundane chart, it's the person's body or the population of people. But we're not talking about a group of people. We're talking about him. This is second assassination attempt. So this moon would be his body. So Uranus square the body in Leo. Leo is what? Ruler, leader, right? Ruler or leader, right? Okay. And then so yeah, we had that going on. So this moon was at 29 degrees of his ascendant. So this was bringing this direct energy, 29 degrees, 29 degrees. This is a square. Explosive energy, potentials for danger. Bringing this opposite, bringing this energy, because we have this square, right? We have a square, Uranus square the moon, excuse me, at 29 degrees, anaretic degree. And then look here, at the time of this event, we have the midheaven at 22 degrees of Leo. Why is this important? Because 22 degrees in the astrological degree theory conversation, 22 degrees is kill or be killed. Kill or be killed. Okay. Remember we saw it when we was looking at Charlie Wormfood Kirk and his natal chart and the natal chart of and the transit chart of when he got bumped off. Okay, remember last year we were looking at it, Charlie Kirk, his natal chart when he got bumped off, we saw the 22 degrees of kill be killed. So like I said, we have moon his body in Leo because he's the president. So the leader's body in stressful energy with Uranus, and then the midheaven is at the 22 degrees kill or be killed. They are using astrologers, people. Astrologers. With this also sitting on top of his midheaven. They are using astrologers. They are using astrologers. It just is what it is. I wouldn't say that, and here's the thing, I wouldn't say that it's an astrologer that wants him unalive. What I'm saying is the astrologers are looking at the transits. They're looking at all the transits and all the energies that are happening every year, every month, right? They are using that to plan for things. Okay? Using this energy to plan for things. Okay? Using the energy to plan for things. Same thing. Nancy Reagan had an astrologer from San Francisco that was the astrologer for President Reagan. Okay? She had an astrologer for President Reagan. An astrologer was telling him, you know, this will be a good time to make your speech. This will be a good time to, you know, strike against your enemies. This will be a good time for you to do this or don't do that, or your enemies are going to be weak on this day, so you can do this. Astrologers. Okay? She was from San Francisco. She died not too long ago. When I say not too long ago, it's been, I think it's been years, but she but yeah, she was an advisor to Nancy Reagan, and Nancy Reagan was standing by her man, the president of the United States. But yeah, so when you're using, you know, and when you are looking for the best time to do something, that's called electional astrology. When you are electing, choosing the best time for an event, to do something, to start a business, to end a business, that's called electional astrology. So all the astrologers, you know, we're all looking at all these transits for this year, for next year, and they say, hey, here's something that, here's a date that we could potentially use to blah 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 blah. So the astrology is happening, but we as astrologers, we're looking at this, and this is why we say they absolutely have astrologers. Now, I'm not saying that they're the best astrologers, but they absolutely have astrologers. Somebody is looking at something in there. Somebody is looking at something. That somebody is looking at something. So once again, plan on this energy again. Plan on this energy again. Okay? Plan on this energy again. So they absolutely were looking. Mm-hmm. They absolutely have been looking at transits and stuff. And you know, so that's what I would say about that. Alvin says, is that a good thing? It's neither a good thing and it's not a bad thing, because everyone has the ability to look into astrology and use astrology for themselves, just like everyone has the ability. No one is stopping you from doing magic, learning magic, or having magic being done for you. Okay. Just understand that the powers that be tell you not to do it, because they're out here whooping people's ass with astrology and magic. But if you know what you are looking for and you know what you are looking at, this is why we're just like, okay, this is bullshit. Astrologically, was danger there? Yes. But anyone can look at this if they know what they're looking at and plan for something. False flag, fake event, whatever, because astrologically the danger is there. The danger is there. So it's not necessarily good or bad, but you know, yeah. Perfect way to, because like I said, I knew this energy was coming, but I'm not, you know, using this energy per se. But like I said, it's out here. These are tools, people. Astrology and magic are tools. They are tools. And baby, them people in the White House are using them tools. Mm-hmm. They are using these tools. They're using these tools, right? You know, it's so funny because I've been looking into you know, from time to time I look at like when different companies were started and stuff like that. I'm noticing the language when companies name things. You know, it's no coincidence that Google's AI is called Gemini. Google, the most popular search engine for information on this planet, chose to call its AI Gemini. Gemini, the air sign that's ruled by Mercury, the planet of information, learning, and knowledge and communication. It's no coincidence that Google named their AI Gemini. I want you all to make sure you're paying attention to how they play in your faces. Yes, they tell black people this so that black people will, and this is no offense to Kevin. I know Kevin is a Christian, but I want you all to understand. They tell you one thing and they are doing something else. They tell you one thing and they are doing something else. Okay? They tell you one thing and are doing something else because if they can discourage you from doing it, then you are not claiming your power. You are not stepping into your power. Okay? So, let me do this real quick. Let me look at this real quick. So yeah, like I said, don't let these people play in your face. Do not let these people play in your face. Don't let these people play in your face. Was I looking at the chart? I'm trying to see if I even have it. Because I was looking for it. But make no mistake that make no mistake that they are absolutely out here. Heads of companies are using it, CEOs are using it. They're these people out here. These people are out here doing this work and playing in your face, telling you that nothing. Oh, don't worry about it. It's just ha ha ha. It's just fun stuff that you look at in the newspaper. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay, no, I don't have the chart. I thought I had the chart for Google being founded, but I don't have that chart. But yeah, when you look at things, you just be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Same thing when we was looking at last year. I was looking at the Super Bowl between it was the Eagles and between whatever team it was last year. Oh, I knew them people was gonna win. I knew they were gonna win because I looked at the charts. I looked at the charts for the day, and I looked at the charts for the quarterbacks, and the team that won because that quarterback had better energy for that Super Bowl last year. So yeah. But like I said, don't be out here don't let these people play in your face. Do not let these people play in your face because they're out here doing the work, baby. They are out here doing the work, and they're just not telling you. 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 So the astrology is here for me and you. All of these tools are here for you, just like they're here for me. You just gotta learn how to use them. But once you know what you're looking at, then people can't play in your face. They can't play in your face. Can't play in your face. Cannot play in your face. At least don't let them play in your face. And don't let them play in your face. But yeah, don't let them play in your face. But yes, it's a lot been going on, and like I said, I'm going to look into I'm gonna look into I'm gonna look into the other stuff because like I said, I've been seeing some conversations about um Trump, and I kind of want to look at some things and pull some things up that we have to talk about because I've been looking at some things, but like I said, I didn't really have a chance to these past few days. It was literally just like, okay, the car ride back to the hotel or going to get something to eat. I've been looking at stuff, but I haven't had a chance to like really look at things. But yeah, yeah. Um, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. So yeah, like I keep telling you all, don't let these people play in your face. But yeah. I do have a new tarot deck. I don't know if I want to use that for any readings I do on this channel because I feel like it's a lot of stuff that I have to read into as well. Um, there are some things I have to read into and look into to get the energy on myself. Um, yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta look into stuff. I gotta look into some stuff. I gotta look into some stuff. But yeah, so you know, um, yeah, a lot going on and some things that I'm just like, some things are, especially like, have y'all been paying attention to like the scientists that are like missing or like dying or like, have y'all been paying attention to that? Like, it's a thing going on with the scientists. I'm like, something is going on with that. I don't know what, but um something is going on with that. And I need to look into that myself because I'm just like, something is going on. Something is going on, and I need to look into it myself because some of it is mm-mm. Something isn't right. Something is not right. So, yeah. Y'all been seeing that? Yeah. hmm Something is absolutely going on. Something is going on with that, and there's some other things that I have to look into because I kind of feel like, uh, yeah, I just feel like we need to look into some things. Look into some things. You said be careful. What are you saying that for, darling? Girl, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, the scientist thing, and it was something else too. The scientist thing, and I need to look into this quote unquote assassination attempt as well. Like that. So, just be prepared to watch some videos as I kind of look into some things because mhm. And then we also have to talk about, we had a very big transit happening this weekend. So Uranus has finally moved into Gemini. Uranus has finally moved into Gemini. So we need to talk about that as well. So y'all will be seeing me this week because there are a lot of things to cover because Uranus is absolutely um Uranus has moved into Gemini. So, yeah. Um it's funny because major things have been happening. Um And I think that Uranus is going to shake things up for the next 6, 7 years. Um, for the next 6, 7 years. Uranus is going because Uranus first went into Taurus in 2018, 2018. Um, so yeah, Uranus has finally moved out of Taurus and is in Gemini. And I don't know what that means for things, but I have been getting, I don't want to say downloads. The young people call them downloads, but like something has turned on to me like I have to spiritually investigate some things. But Uranus is that was a very big transit for this year, 2026. So things are, yeah, I know. If they can disappear to scientists, they are dangerous. I know. And I'll figure out when I look into it if I'm getting some type of spiritual block. The only time that I get spiritual blocks and can't really see into situations is one, if people are asking me about like UFOs and aliens, spiritual block. Two, if people are asking me about certain celebrities and I can't like get information, they can put up some spiritual protection to keep people out their business, which I'm not mad at it. So those are the times when I get spiritual blocks. It's either people are putting up protection that you can't look into what's going on, or it's something way, way, way out of the way, way, way left field, like UFO slash aliens. Every time people ask me about that, I just can't get information on that. So maybe I'm not supposed to know, maybe I'm not supposed to tell you all, but even when people have asked me like during their private tarot readings, I don't get, maybe I'm not supposed to know. Maybe I'm not supposed to see that spiritually or whatever. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be looking into some things. Looking into some things because yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. But it's good to be back with you all. I missed you all from last week. Was traveling. I saw a lot. Yeah. Um, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Does anybody have anything to say? I'm gonna get out of here because I am tired. I need to lay down. A little jet lagged, but I am tired. But yeah, I just want to come to y'all and just catch up real quick and just look into some things real quick. But yeah, I am not excited to get into this upcoming content, but I just feel like we're at a point right now that um everyone needs to make sure that they are seeing things for what they are, right? Um, see things for what they are, not for the shit that they try to sell you, right? Sexy RN says, "Is your schedule open this week?" Yes, my schedule is open this week. Um, my schedule is open this week. It's open. Let me check. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me check my schedule because I literally have like blocked some time off of my calendar because I am traveling. Y'all know I'm traveling. I'm traveling. I'm traveling. So my schedule is open this week. I'm open this week, Monday. So wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me do this right now because I don't need nobody trying to. Okay, let me do Monday. Let me block off today. Block off. Let me block off right now. I will not be available on Monday, May 4th because I'm going to San Diego. That's my travel day. So I will not be available that day. And I think um I know we may end up going to one of the baseball games down there. So I don't know if it's like, if you need something scheduled, schedule with me this week. If anybody needs a reading or something like that, schedule with me for this week. A reading or a spiritual consultation, please schedule for me with me this week, because Monday, May 4th, I am traveling. That's my travel day. And then from May 14th until May 23rd, my books are closed because I'm going to Florida and then I'm going to New York. I'm going to say that again. Thursday, May 14th until Saturday, May 23rd, my calendar will be closed for any and all appointments because I'm going to Florida and then to New York. I will be back Saturday, May 23rd. We will still have our class on the 24th. If you need something scheduled with me, I advise you to schedule with me now and like refresh and check my calendar, because I am blocking stuff off of my calendar. The week of Juneteenth, the 15th through the 19th of June, my calendar is closed. Okay. From like July 16th to like July 25th, my calendar is closed because I'm going to be getting ready for Vegas and then I'm going to Vegas. Okay. So my travel is picking up. If you absolutely need something scheduled with me, please, please schedule now before I get super gone. Okay. Before I get super gone. Okay. Because I'm looking at the flights. Next flight 17 days, then 18. My flights are, y'all know I'm gonna be on the plane or traveling somewhere. So please, please, please schedule with me now if you need something. And I will keep you all abreast on my calendar changes. Yes, yes, yes. Please sign up for the class. Yes, the class will be recorded. There is going to be a prerequisite for the class. The prerequisite, and I'm going to email you all, or I'm going to put it or I'm going to update the flyer and tell you all what your prerequisites are, because when we get to the basics of magic, learning basics of magic class, you all need to have the prerequisites. You don't have to buy anything except for a notebook, but you're going to have your notebook, your pens, your paper ready. And I'm going to tell y'all what y'all need. Okay. I'm tell y'all what y'all need. Okay. For this class, because this is going to be a 4-hour class. By the end of this class, you should be good to go with doing basic magic. Okay. It will be recorded. If you really, really can't make it, then you will play back the recording. But I really, really need as many of you to be present for the class as possible so that you can ask me questions in real time as it relates to the material, so I can answer your questions. Okay? So I can answer your questions. And then at some point in maybe June, we'll have, like magic level 2. Okay. So, okay. Growing Process says, look, I want the lesson and I want everyone to have the support that Q gives us so that we can pay it forward to her. Oh, you guys are so kind. Yeah, because like I said, I don't want y'all to be out here raw dogging life when you don't have to raw dog life. You do not have to raw dog life. You don't. And you'll be able to do some basic stuff. Some very, you'll be able to get shit done after this class. And let me just say that your rituals, spells, magic spells, whatever you want to call them, they don't have to be intricate for them to be hard hitting. The most important thing about magic is, one, knowing where your personal power lies. Okay. Some people are good with candle magic. Some people are good with, writing petitions. Some people are good at money magic. Some people, whatever, figure out what it is that you're good with. That's number one. Number two, you have to do the working correctly, and you must have the correct correspondences, and you must write out whatever it is correctly. As long as you do those things, the magic is going to work. It's going to work. Don't listen to these damn TikTok people. Oh, my intent and all like that. No, baby. If you want to make an apple pie, you need apples, the fruit, to make an apple pie. If you want to make an apple pie and you buy peaches, you are not making an apple pie. You'll have a fruit pie, but you won't have an apple pie. You will not take poo. You won't take dog poo and put it in, your love work and talk about my intent is to grow this love. No, baby. You're cursing your work. Okay. Do not listen to them people on TikTok. I'm telling you. You need to have the correct items and do the work correctly, and boom, you will be good. Okay. Just the intent my ass. Magic is an art, but it's also a science. Okay. We're going to use our brains as well as our spiritual power to get shit done. Okay. Yes, you are able to sign up. You are able to sign up. If you want to Cash App me, Empress. Okay, so Empress, if you want to Cash App me to sign up for the class, that's fine. And then on the day of, I will just make sure that you have the Zoom link. Okay, this will be a live class on Zoom. We will be doing it on Zoom. Okay. So like I said, for some people, it may be a refresher. For some people, maybe they just want to go over things again. But if you feel like you don't really know what you're doing, or you feel like you need some help, sign up for the class. If you don't know anything about magic at all, sign up for the class. If you want to sign up for the class and you want to Cash App me, let me know and we can do that. And I will make sure that you have the Zoom link on the day that we are having the class. If you're fine with just signing up the regular way through the class link, that's fine too. If you want to sign up for the class with PayPal, you want to PayPal me the money, that's fine. And then I will make sure you have the Zoom link. Okay. Y'all know that I work with you all. You know that I work with you all, whatever your payments and stuff are. Okay. You know that I work with you all. Y'all know that. So you can Cash App me, or you can PayPal, or just sign up through the link, which is going to have you do it through debit or credit card. To pay for the class. Okay. Is that good? Yes. Is that good? Okay. All right, y'all. So, like I said, we weren't really gonna be here long today. I didn't have anything structured to talk with you all about today, but we'll get into more structured content tomorrow because I gotta get back to bringing y'all this content. But yeah, so just know that I work with you all. If you want me to work with you, if you say, Q, I don't have all of the $50 right now, but I'll pay you $20 today and $30 in 2 weeks, that's fine too. I'm not here counting anyone's pockets, but if you need help, or if you really want to come to the class, and you can say, I can give you $15 today, $10 next week, something a couple weeks after that, as long as you are paid up by the day of the class, you gonna be good. But you gotta make sure you square with me, right? I'm always fair with you all. So all right, y'all. So I love y'all very, very much. And I'm gonna see y'all on tomorrow. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. It may be later in the evening, or just look out for the link tomorrow, because I do have to run an errand tomorrow. So I love y'all so very, very much, and I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Y'all know how to reach me. All right. Okay. I love y'all. Be good out here in these streets. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. Okay. All right, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.